So this is a picture of the warming center and the mini houses that the HRDC of Montana provides for houseless individuals in need. The warming center is a place where houseless individuals can go to stay warm and sleep, which is especially important in the cold winter months of Montana. The mini houses are provided for those with extra needs, such as houseless individuals with children or disabilities. There are no hidden meanings in these images. However, the photos don't describe the full problem in Bozeman, Montana. In Bozeman, these resources are not enough to meet the needs of the growing houseless population. The cost of rent is getting so high in Bozeman that many of the individuals who utilize these resources are actually employed full-time. This relates to our lives because it is becoming a growing community issue. The rent in Bozeman continues to skyrocket, which is displacing many individuals and families. This can be attributed to many factors, some of which being the fact that there is a poor rent control in Bozeman, not enough low-income resources, and many non-Montanans moving in and contributing to gentrification. Knowing this information, we as a community can focus on efforts to provide for those in need. We can also volunteer at places like the Warming Center, and we can donate to organizations that are helping with the problem, such as HRDC. Furthermore, we can speak up and ask legislators to impose rent control for places like Bozeman. Now here on the left is a picture of the Haggerty Lane Apartments, which is low-income housing offered in Bozeman. On the right is a picture of campers parked on the side of a public street in Bozeman, Montana. These pictures illustrate the problem of affordable housing in Bozeman, as with the last pictures. There is an overall lack of affordable housing in Bozeman, with the Haggerty Lane Apartments being only one of a few low-income housing options in town. Many Bozeman residents have been displaced from their houses due to increased rent, which results in many people having to camp on the sides of roads, as illustrated with the picture on the right. This relates to our lives because it is becoming a growing community issue. We all live in Bozeman, and housing is becoming increasingly difficult to afford, even for individuals with more resources than others. The problem will not stop, and it will continue to grow even worse, potentially affecting middle-income residents unless we take measures to address it. As previously stated, this issue can be attributed to the fact that there is poor rent control in Bozeman, not enough low-income resources, and many non-Montanans moving in and contributing to gentrification. In order to help address the problem, we can support local community organizations that provide resources to low-income individuals, such as HRDC of Montana. This can come from volunteer work or simply donations. Furthermore, community members can lobby politicians for better rent control, as well as support local businesses and housing options that remain affordable. Now here, these are both pictures of Pete's Hill in Bozeman, Montana, which is basically a hiking trail in the middle of Bozeman. There is no hidden meaning with these photos. However, what these pictures do not capture is the fact that we have an abundance of outdoor trails in and around Bozeman. This relates to our lives because these trails provide great opportunities for getting quality outdoor exercise, which is extremely beneficial for health. The abundance of outdoor trails in and around Bozeman is a strength, and it exists because of our beautiful landscape and because of public departments who created and maintain these trails. I would encourage everyone who lives in Bozeman to utilize these trails regularly, as getting outdoor exercise can be extremely beneficial for physical and mental health. I would also encourage all those who do use these trails to help keep them well maintained. This means avoiding littering, staying on trails, picking up after your pets, and having a general respect for nature and for those who maintain the quality of these trails. As citizens of Bozeman, we can do all of these things so that we may continue to enjoy the beautiful trails that this town has to offer. Now this is a picture of Community Health Partners, which is a local business that provides primary care services for individuals and families at an affordable price in Bozeman, Montana. There's no hidden meaning in this photo. Community Health Partners offers medical, dental, vision, behavioral, pharmacy, and educational services for the community of Bozeman. They work on a sliding scale, so individuals essentially only have to pay for what they can afford. Bozeman also has other affordable healthcare options, such as Bridger Care and Zoe Care, which this picture does not depict. This relates to our lives because, as members of the community of Bozeman, we have access to these resources. We can also refer patients, friends, and families to these resources should they need them. Having affordable healthcare options in Bozeman is a great community strength, as it shows that the community cares about health and well-being. Community Health Partners is a strength that evolved from federal funding and the dedication of its founder, Lori Francis. Knowing about these resources, I encourage everyone to utilize them if they need to, but also to support them. Your support can come through volunteer work, joining their team or staff, and or through donations. You can also support the community in general by referring individuals to these organizations if they are in need. We are lucky to have these organizations in Bozeman, so it is important to show our continued support for them. Now, both of these photos show Bozeman Health Deaconess Regional Medical Center, which is the largest hospital in the Bozeman area. Bozeman Health Deaconess Regional Medical Center, or Bozeman Health, is a 125-bed, Level 3 trauma center serving Bozeman and the surrounding communities. There is no hidden meaning behind these photos, but they do represent public health because Bozeman Health Deaconess Regional Medical Center is the mainstay of health in the community of Bozeman. As the largest hospital in the area, it is the main place people go when they need medical assistance. They provide everything from primary care to emergency medical services. This relates to our lives because as residents of Bozeman, it is our job to support the medical and health resources available to us. Furthermore, we all probably know of at least one person in our lives who has utilized this community resource. Not only does Bozeman Health provide healthcare resources for the community of Bozeman, but it also is the largest private employer in Gallatin County, and thus it is a vital part of our economy. I would consider Bozeman Health to be a strength of the community of Bozeman. This strength was founded by Dr. J.F. Blair in 1902, and since then it has been supported privately and publicly. Knowing about this great community resource, we can take measures to support it. For example, we can donate, work for, and/or volunteer for Bozeman Health. We can also do simpler things such as thank someone you know for working at Bozeman Health and for contributing to this community strength. Lastly, now that you all know about Bozeman Health Deaconess Regional Medical Center, you can spread the word about it and maybe even influence someone in need to seek care there.